Hello everybody and welcome to Fire Force episode, what are we on? 13? Those 2 weeks off have really thrown me for what number we're on. Episode 13 anime review. This episode I guess there was an outbreak started, sort of like a zombie outbreak but with infernals. The small child may be dead. What else happened? There was no Tamaki incidents, which is, automatically it's a good episode. There was Shinra had a fight with that man and a lady, not a, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, it was enjoyable enough. Fire Force is one of them things where, for me, it's at its best where it's doing the fight scenes. I've mentioned it before. Like, the story's fine, the fight scenes are fine, the fan service is asinine. Focus on the fight scenes, and the story is good too. It's fine. It is a solid shonen, but it's not particularly special. But I still think it's pretty good. It's still a good 20 to 25 minutes of my week. But anyway, let's see what happened this week and get on with it. And yeah, let's get on with it. Episode begins, we're still in flashback. We're in the flashback. That guy, whose name I have not learned, and I didn't learn it this whole episode. I know they said it, didn't write it down. That guy, he's got the wounds now after defeating the Infernal. He's carbonized, I think is the word. The Fire Force, the fourth branch, arrived after everything was done. It was like, you want to be the seventh? And they were like, let's think about it. And then they have a little discussion. They're like, the Empire wants to use us, so we'll use them right back. It's going to be great. Back in the present day, Shinra tells that guy that, hey, life is precious. Don't go throwing your life away. Count on me first, because I'm going to be a hero of justice and all that. Good old heroes of justice. Shiro would be proud. And then later outside, Waka is outside, and everyone's like at each other's throats. They're like, you stole my wife. They're like, you don't even have a wife. What's going on? So basically there's a lot of cases of mistaken identity. Everyone in this town has a doppelganger, essentially. The twins are also fighting because one of them's not real. Arthur KOs one of them and everyone's disgusted in him. But it turns out Arthur was correct, because he could tell it was an imposter the whole time, which I think might come into play later. There'll be like how do we know which is the real one? And Arthur's be like, that one's the fake one, because it's an old man or whatever. I definitely could think. I don't know how he knows, but he does. Does he have like special eyes? I don't know. Don't think so. So then we see the bad guys, I guess, disguising people. He's a bit crazy. He's like one of them art people. He's like, my art, no, it's not perfect, and then he crushes it. The problem is the thing he's crushing is a person's face and a person's skull. So there's a lot of brain juice everywhere. Not good. Please don't crush people's heads. People generally need their heads, and more importantly, the thing inside their head. You might be able to live without your head, but as long as you got your brain, I don't think that's true. Please do not try this. I do not approve of trying this. Infernal outbreak, infernals everywhere. The eighth, like, we can't interfere because Tamaki's a crap sister, and these people don't. They got their own way of doing things that we don't know how to do. So we're gonna go evacuate people. Then they get sniped a little bit, and Shinra and Arthur chase down the snipers. I like the bit where Shinra is like mathematically figuring out where the shots will come from. Is it mathematically? We'll say it's mathematically. Yeah, I liked that. Like that a lot. Also, Arthur being a dummy, he's like, don't tell me directions because I won't be able to follow it, just point. I'm like, Arthur, you dumb idiot, but you're a funny dumb idiot. That old man imposter ends up infernalizing himself, and then the eighth just wreck him, all of them, except Shinra and Arthur. They left already. People wouldn't listen to them, so that guy goes to the tower to, I guess, find Waka because it's high up, and he's like, I can look around to see where he is. Shinra and Arthur find the snipers. They have a little scrap, but Shinra and Arthur are not cooperate. They're like walking into each other and stuff, and they're just letting them talk, letting them plan out. The enemies are stupid enemies. They're talking for a good 10 seconds right in front of them. It's probably longer than that. They're like, okay, here's the plan. Here's what we're gonna do. Keep walking into each other, but they're working it out as they go along. End up winning, not completely winning, but they are winning. One of the enemies, eats an infernal bug, so I guess he's going to turn into a giant infernal, but we don't really see the result of that. Then we go to Waka, and he kills an infernal at the end, does the old burn, or whatever the expression in this place is, and that infernal dies, and then he continues along his way. He gets his staff thing. That's staff, that's what that was. And yeah, then I guess next week we're going to wrap up this arc, I would assume, because I think the opening switches on 15. And why would you switch an opening in the middle of an arc? I say that, a lot of shows do that. Don't do that. Finish the arc you're on, then switch the opening. It makes more sense. But yeah, as I said, I like this episode. I think, honestly, personally, I think I would have enjoyed Fire Force more as a 12. Just do 12 episodes. Stop it at the previous arc. And then maybe stretch it out a bit more. Yeah, I think I would have preferred it be a 12 because it's not got my attention that much for a 24. But it's not terrible, you know, it's fine. It's a good way to kill some time, I guess, is what Fire Force is for me. I do enjoy it, but it has some nagging problems that are really getting to me, and they begin and end with Tamaki. They don't begin and end with Tamaki. I want to really like her, but because Twin Tails, and that's a good hairstyle, I guess. But yeah, she was fine this episode, so I don't know why I'm complaining. Let's keep that up, please. Let's keep Tamaki being fine. But I could just tell after we finish this arc, it's gonna be right back to business as usual, and it's not okay. But I am curious to see where we go. It kind of feels kind of weird. I'm already looking past this arc because, you know, they released the poster, key visual, whatever. And I'm curious to see what happens next. I'm like looking at that. I'm like, there's some people in here I don't recognize. Curious to see what happens. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. There's a lot of anime, don't you know? I will see you next week for another episode of this, and bye guys.